Hi groupies, Princess Leia here, aka Jenny, here to teach you the Star Wars main theme on the violin. So I'm going to start out by playing you a basic version of the Star Wars main theme that a beginner could learn. So this song is in G major. I'll start by showing you the notes of G major. It's a great scale to practice on the violin anyway because it starts on our lowest note on the violin. So we're going to start off there on the G, and I'm just going to do a down and an up on each note. I suggest you practice it this way as well so that you have just a little bit longer on each note to be able to listen and hear the placement. So we're going to go from G a whole step to A, from A a whole step to B, and from B a whole step to C. That gives us our sort of standard finger position on the violin from the open string of step, step, half. Now we're going to go up to the D string and we're going to use this same finger position to get these notes. D, E, F sharp, and G. So now because we've gone from G on the low string to G on the D, we've completed one octave of the scale. Now most of this actually happens on the A and the E strings. So let's just start on this G, and we're going to be playing the same note names going up, but now our finger pattern is going to have to change because the scale is starting on our third finger instead of on the open string. So starting with G, third finger on D, we're going to go G to open A, open A to B, and then we want a half step from B to C, C natural. So we're going to want to put our second finger down next to the first finger. From here we're going to go to third finger on A for our D, then to E, F sharp, which is our first finger in the same position we've been using, and then we want G natural, which is a low second finger again. So on the E string and on the A string, our second finger will be low. On the D string it will be high, and on the G string it will be high. Now here's G major with the bird's eye view. And here's how you'd play it on the way down to keep it in tune. Notice how my fingers track over to get to the string below. I'm using the position that I'm finding on the string above to keep myself in tune as I go down. the song, these iconic two notes are D up to G. That interval, by the way, is called a perfect fourth. And anytime that you want to play a perfect fourth from any of the notes on the violin, you can use kind of the sound of this Star Wars main thing kicking off to get that in your ear. So it's really good for practicing intonation to try to play something that is so iconic. So we're going to start on an up bow, and we're going to go up, down, up on open D. And I've started in about the middle of the bow so that I end up here pretty close to the frog. And now I'm going to put 1 and 3 down together on the D string and play a nice big third finger on D. And now I'm going to change my fingers over to the A string so that I have third finger on A. And now I'm going to do 3 smaller bows, down, up, down, on 2, 1, 0 on the A string. And now I'm going to put 1 and 2 down on the E, change to the E, do a nice big up bow, third finger on A, change, down. And now we're going to do those 3 notes again, but now they're going to be on up, down, up. And now we're going to do a big down bow, second finger on E. Third finger on A again. Then we have a down, up, down, 2, 1, 2 on A. And a nice big up bow on open A. Stop your bow, change it to the D string, and we're going to start on an up bow again to repeat the phrase that you just learned. So it will sound like this. I'll play it slow but continuous so that you can hear what it sounds like together. So now we're going to do the floaty lyrical part that comes after that. So you're going to change your bow over to D, and you do a down up on D, and then first finger goes down on D. This is our E note for a nice big down bow, and a little up bow there, a little bonus up bow there also on the E. Then first and second finger come over to the A, we change to the A, and we're going to play this run. The notes to that run again were 2, 1, 0, 3 on D. And then it kind of goes back up the same way it came, but a little bit faster. So down, up, down, 3, 0, 1, 0. And then it's first finger on D, second finger on D, and then open D again. First finger on D, second finger on A again, 2, 1, 0, 3, and then third finger on A, open A, and then it's going to repeat that phrase. Up to that point, and then it changes and it does another run here that has a lot of accidentals in it, which means that our finger positions are going to change from the standard ones of G major. We leave off on the second finger on D, and then we're just going to go straight to third finger on A with that little down up. And then the pattern of this run goes long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the notes are second finger on E, a low 1 on E for F natural, and we're going to get the long short by moving the bow slower on the down bow and a little quicker on the up bow. So it's going to be 2, 1, then we're going to do a low fourth finger, so you'll put your fourth finger right next to the third finger on the A string and do a down bow, and then our quicker up bow is going to be on the third finger, And then we're gonna do second finger in the normal position that we've been using on A. And then we have a low first finger again on A. And then open A. And then third finger on D. So let me play just that run for you in sequence, since this is definitely the thing that you're going to want to practice first because it's the trickiest. So. And one more time, a little slower. And from this point, you're almost at the end in terms of the arrangement that I played at the beginning of this video, because you can polish it off right here just by playing D, 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 G. So you can go. And here's the run at the end with the bird's eye view. And notice that when I'm getting my fingers to these different strings, I'm using a pivot from my shoulder to move the position of my elbow so that my fingers can easily and naturally reach each of the different strings. Thank you so much, groupies, for the warm welcome. It's been a lot of fun. May the force be with you.